What's good, fellow CEOs? Welcome to the Irony of Gaming, and today we're going to be continuing on with the main episode 6, Signs. So, the last episode was pretty crazy. That was, we ended up seeing Yumina becoming a lot more experienced with the way that she was. From the CounterSide incident. And it seems that her personality has, I guess, slightly changed a bit. And so what they're doing now is that she was sent to an academy, so she can start finishing up, her academic stuff, and also learn a lot more on what it means to be a counter, or how to utilize their abilities. But I mean, she has so much battle experience. I think that she'll barely learn anything. But I mean, according to her, there's always more for her to learn about. She ran into some interesting characters, one such as this person here named Ray, who is a student here, but apparently he's like a super senior, so he's been failing his courses, which is just ridiculous. She ended up meeting someone named Mika, which these two are probably going to be like her friends so far that she's met within the academy. And then she met her possible rival, which is Neil Bluesteel, or Niall Bluesteel. But it's pretty funny because she's just making a fool out of Neil, like just beating her high score and all that stuff. And Mina is just so out of touch with the other students because she's faced so much danger, like high level danger, and high category, like category 3 COs that she's just been defeating left and right. And she's just like, oh, you guys think that's impressive of beating a category 2? Well, I mean, we've been fighting category 3s, blah blah blah. And so she pretty much had to prove it, and it's oh man, like this is one of the episodes that I have a blast in, where Mina is like finally showing at least partial of her true strength, and people are actually acknowledging it. And so it's a pretty interesting episode. It's not as long either as I thought it would be, as I remembered it. But now that I'm remembering it from before, it really was a really short episode chapter. But it definitely it leaves you wanting more. It leaves you wanting to know exactly more on what happens, because the suspense does start to rack up within episode 6 and further on, and it just gets crazier and crazier, and it leads more readers to just know, like, hey, I want to read more of this. But we're gonna continue on with this. Of course, before I start, you guys already know the drill already. If I want to talk about anything that's being spoiler related, or talk about any of the previous substreams or any of the other substreams, I am going to count down for 5 seconds, and that's going to give you guys enough time to mute the video until I'm talking about what I'm talking about. Once I'm finished with all that, I am going to rotate my mouse just like this, and that's going to give you guys the signal that you gotta mute the video, and then we can continue on. And of course, whenever I come across any missions, I have there's a rule that I have to follow, where I am obligated to only use units that is part of the same squad. Sometimes there may be some cases where I may have to use another unit that's part of a different squad, which I just call it a collaborative effort. There's only been a few situations where I had to do that, but we'll see what happens on here. I think now in some of the acts for this episode here, I may have to start using the ship now, because I did lose in the last episode. I did there were some CEOs that skated by and destroyed the limo. So not happy about that insurance. But let's continue on. Pursuing the lost enemy. Oh, right. And then we ended up fighting another CO that ended up a CEO that was previously defeated in the past and ended up returning again under a different code. So that was another crazy thing happening here. And it seems that this particular CEO remembers Yumina from the last time she got defeated by her. So interesting things are starting to arise. But yeah, let's continue on. Hold on, give me 1 second. All right, let's see. Gotta check something real quick. And okay. Actually, wait, what? Hold on. Okay. All right, so we got a mission that's starting. Okay, who should I use next? Like so far, we are able to use. We are able to use. Wait, what's this one? Oh, okay, this is outgoing. Alright, there we go. So we still have been maintaining at least one awaken unit that's like single-handedly killing them all, but eventually that's gonna change. But so far we've been getting through it with ease. Yeah, because if Shiyun saw that, Shiyun would have finished the job. Is that a typo? I might as well as hunt. Easter egg. I like calling the typos Easter eggs because it's like very rare that you see these things during the translations. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Ooh, she sees her. Top tier category 3. Nervire. Ooh, category 4. Necromancy. Not yet, at least. Not yet. You know, I think this might be a nice foreshadowing of maybe one day we may get a counter that's able to bring the dead back to life, or, you know, like as zombies, or, I mean, I guess you could say, like, maybe we do have one as, you know, an awakened soldier, but I would say that's more of like a different type of one. But I think like someday we probably will get like an actual legit necromancer, where they can bring back, what is it, like people from the dead and counters from the dead. I think that would be an OP. That would just be an OP amount of power, just sheer power like that. Man, that would be crazy. I wonder how the kit would be though too. Wait, whoa. No records of any counters capable of necromancy since the fall of the old administration. A Lich class. Man, she is like all screwed up.
언니, 오빠들 잘 부탁드립니다. 자, 나 안 늦었지? 아무데나 가라! 확실히 준비 다 됐어요.
Man, she said Hilda ain't flying. Oh, she's dead.
완전 무적 상태예요. 천상의 색채. 완전 무적 상태예요. 내 자식들이냐? 완전 무적 상태예요. 저기도 전부 저희 땅이에요.
내가 길을 열겠다.
Yo, she is using so much power against us. It's crazy. Oh, I knew it. So it is weakening our attacks, that miasma.
언니 오빠들에게 도움이 없죠? 어둠의 자식들이냐? 확실히 준비 다 됐대요. 완전 무적 상태예요. 저 아니 칭찬해 주실 거죠?
That gear set worked nicely with her. The recoil will be immense if I use the Cleffa factor without the Dragon Buster. So I guess like this would be an equivalent of basically how Mina, I guess it would be an equivalent of Mina using the Wolf's Bane without the protective armor suit that she normally wears when unleashing the weapon. So her missing the Dragon Buster would probably be equivalent to that. Now this is really interesting because there are many, there are a few legends about the sword Graham. The first time I've ever heard of the legend of Graham was from another game. There was a game that I had played before, which was it was called Phantasy Star Online 2, and there was a sword called Graham, and I guess it was supposed to be like an evil sword. But then in that game, it later became like a redemption type blade, which then became like a holy blade or something like that. And in cases like this, I would think that this Graham, it might be an evil sword. If I'm gonna base it off of legend, but I also think that there is a few stories too that Graham is supposed to be a holy weapon, I guess a good weapon of sorts. I think Balmog was also considered an evil weapon as well. But yeah, I'd be curious to know more about the Balmog and the Graham one. So feel free to let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, the first time I've seen these swords, I've never really, it never really clicked into my brain of what those weapons actually were. But they do have an interesting history, both of them. It almost gives you an idea of what type of person Hilde is. That must have struck a nerve right
내
there.
눈부신 활약 어때? 마구 칭찬해주고 싶지?
Oh look, it's Yang. Valentine's Day Festival. So this was another indication around this time as well that the seasonal substreams, they were, at least some of them actually are canon to the story. So if you guys haven't read any of the seasonal ones, I recommend you read them. It's, you know, they're kind of fun and wacky, and that's what they are. So it's really interesting things that they say and whatnot, and also there are specific I wouldn't say like it's like major things, but there are some extra bits and pieces of extra lore and whatnot that you can add to the main story and have a much better understanding of situations that occur and specific moments that happens, like the meetings like these. You know, it could definitely spark like an interesting moment right there, like, oh cool, they got this person here, I remember them, blah blah blah, you know. So yeah, definitely check those out. Oh, the whole crew is here. Haha. Oh, she's talking about the literal vice president for Coffin Company. I thought she was talking about something. For some reason, I was thinking she was talking about the vice president of the school. Ooh. Uh-oh. She found out. Could that be a part of her ability, which somehow increases the odds for her? I could have sworn she is. I think she is a counter. I would have to check. The bend on the field. We live as one and die as one. Interesting choice of words. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, where is this? I'd like for you guys to keep this in mind. This one right here. This word saying right here. Keep that in your subconscious. If you can. Because this specific line will, I guess you could say, will trigger a nostalgia, a type of nostalgia, and also a lot. It would definitely make it would definitely make a lot more sense when you read it this way, especially if you start diving deeper into the lore. You'll tend to discover some of these things where it's just like, oh, this is really interesting. This is cool that they've used specific words like these. So yeah, remember this line. Uh-oh. Sister in arms. Field training. Okay. So that one took a little bit longer than before, but we'll see what happens. Actually, you know what?
제 손으로 직접 조율해드리죠.
This is like a rare moment. We can use
리허설을 해야겠네.
휴가 중이지만 사장님 부탁이니까 잘 챙겨줄게.
행복해 보이는 사람들 뿐이구나. 앞으로 전진!
Am I missing someone else? Oh, you know what? I know who I'm missing. But they are not a unit yet. Okay. You know, it would be really interesting if that specific character would become a unit, though, someday. But we'll see.
언니, 오빠들 잘 부탁드립니다.
연주자를 불러오죠.
혹시나 친구들을 부르자. 성가시네.
바닷바람이 불어오네.
예쁜 소리를 내자. 한 옥타브 올릴게. 한 옥타브 올릴게. 여기도 저기도 저하고 저이도 소리를 내자. 너희한텐 과분한 곡일지도. 언니 오빠들에게 좋은 곡겠죠.
우리 예수를
I love
역시 오빠가 최고예요.
So much for peacefulness. Ooh, Alan's here. Okay. All right, didn't he mention too he was gonna oversee it? Does he now? I mean, if you fail in multiple training courses over and over again, I guess that is a talent. Frail state of mind. Huh. No one can live forever in their own little world. Man, this guy's spitting wisdom. Oh boy.
부부가 된 기념 선물이에요. 마음에 드시나요?
Oh boy. Neil is up to no good. Or Niall. Niall is up to no good. Let's see. What shenanigans is she up to now? Category 3. Oh man, she's got a real rivalry with Mina. Oh no. Machine collector. Wow, even from far back. they mentioned this name. Wait, you don't even know what it does. Wait, hold on. You don't know how it works, but it's supposed to shut down all machines. But you still don't know how it works, but you bought it anyway. Okay. That can't be good. Troublemaker.
우와! 이런 거 처음 타봐요. 맨날 뛰어다니기만 했는데.
I get the feeling we're probably gonna run into something pretty powerful. It's the right thing to do. And we'll go
돌아볼
use
필요는
this.
없다.
The Mina squad. Oh man, that doesn't get old. Ooh, Blue Rose Island. Yeah, the deck janitor during the Valentine's Day thing. I think this was the other one with Lone Lee. It's either that one or it's still the previous one. Oh man, it's a funny substream. The seasonal substreams are pretty funny. Oh wow, they were in first place already. You know what who she's starting to sound like right now? Elizabeth Pendragon. Like Elizabeth can talk for days about tea. These two would definitely hit it off if they were to meet. Oh, there's our crazy face. Oh, here they go. Yep, just like in the dive. The previous dives.
조무래기들에게 겁먹을 쏘냐?
빛은 허상, 구원을 바라집니다.
I think I want to increase the volume a little bit.
어떠니? 그 어리석음, 내 친히 깨우쳐줘.
이렇게 누리면 되는 거 맞지? 승리가 눈앞에 있어요.
Well, this is awkward. Get the ship. Hold on, I have to manually do this.
네 최후와 함께.
I gotta get them close enough to this ship. Okay, the ship is not doing anything. Hold on, we gotta. We have to redo this again. Oh, was it this one? It was this one, right? Okay, so I had a feeling something like this was gonna happen. Okay, we'll just do that.
이몸 등장!
Oh man, that's hilarious.
전원 3명입니다. 망가져라. 망가져라. 금기를 얻은 객단이 폭격하지.
저쪽! 뭐야? 또 있다고? 승리가 눈앞에 있어요!
세상과 함께 얼어붙으세요. 명은
승리가 눈앞에 있어요!
좀 더 공부를
뭐야? 또 있다고? 승리가 눈앞에 있어요!
Man, she
영웅은
is just
무조건
cutting them
이긴다니까요!
down. Hey, that's what makes her unique. She has a very interesting style. Breaking the fourth wall. Breaking the fourth wall. I think I know exactly. Well, maybe not exactly, but I have an idea. I think I have an idea who that could be. And I'm also thinking that they may be a pirate as well. Oh, I just thought of this too. This is really interesting, right? So, oh man. You know what? Just in case, yeah, you know what? Just in case, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so for those of you who didn't mute the video, so I just had like this interesting this interesting connection that I'm drawing into, right? So Niall, she went into the dark web. She bought one of Machine Collector's parasites, right? Now, Machine Collector, I guess you could say, like, yeah, she's part of the scavengers, right? But also, in a way, they are like desert pirates. When you think about it, they pretty much are pirates. They just don't go on the sea. Instead, they sail through, you know, imaginary space and dimension jumping. But the fact that Niall bought this from a pirate, and then also her manga series, like one of her favorite mangas is of a character that carries 3 swords. So I'm thinking, I was like, oh, maybe, you know, maybe if you're gonna break the fourth wall, maybe that one of the writers or one of the devs is a fan of Zoro, probably from One Piece, because he wields 3 swords. Now, he's not the only anime character that carries 3 swords, so, you know, there's probably another anime character possibly, but I mean, Zoro could be on the table though, because, you know, he's one of the characters that can carry 3 swords and whatnot, and use them pretty effectively. But yeah, it's pretty interesting when you start drawing those connections right there. It's like, oh wow. Like, oh, she bought something from a pirate, and one of her favorite units, or one of her favorite characters, carries 3 swords. Then when you think about that, breaking out of the fourth wall, hey, Zoro carries 3 swords, and he's a pirate. Oh man, that's cool, drawing in all those connections. I think I ended up thinking the same thing the first time I read this, but yeah, that's pretty funny. Pretty cool. Wait a minute, what? Oh, now it's a figure of speech now, huh? Oh, you know what's really interesting too? Hold on. This will be a spoiler alert. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so for those of you who didn't mute the video, I was like, when rereading this again and seeing how they're explaining how Ray functions, like the way that he's protecting like his allies with his defensive stats or whatnot, defensive abilities. It's kind of interesting because this whole time around this main episode, they're actually explaining to the reader, they're actually explaining to us on how Ray is going to function in his kit, how his kit is going to function when he releases. So I'm guessing, so when we think about it, it's like around that time when he did release as a unit. Like you read his kit and it literally is one of those things where he has a special ability where he automatically defends. What is it? Is it I think it's snipers, rangers, and support class. So I find that pretty interesting. That they, like, this whole time they've been explaining exactly what the unit does, or what the unit is going to potentially be able to do in the future when they get their release. So that's interesting.
승리했습니다. 변수는 없었다.
Power comes with a price. It sure does. Let me check something. Okay, cool. Ooh, trauma. That sounds familiar.
괜찮아. 내 손. I think you're gonna bite off more than you can chew. But let's see what happens.
Yeah, I think that just pissed it off. She bounced right off its armor. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Invincible. Man, that completely shattered her confidence. There's Mina. You gotta love Mina. How she just like making fun of these things. She's like, so we meet again. The Academy's best. Oh, that's rich. Oh man, that's rich coming from her. You're the cocky transfer student. What would you be in a few minutes ago? Oh man. I know it seems like I'm like trashing Niall or making fun of her like this, but believe when I say this, she is one of the characters I do like. So she is a pretty cool character. But in this main episode story, man, oh man. Niall is something else. It's hilarious. Yeah, actually, she was when she did first release, I did roll for that unit. She's a pretty fun unit to play with. Oh, dang. And Mina was like, oh, well, I forgot your name. They just told her she forgot. I'm busy saving you, man. You gotta love cocky Mina. Arrogant Mina can be pretty awesome sometimes. Or maybe all the time. Oh, that's what the jacket is called. Right. Droma. Droma. Interesting. An hourly basis. Oh man.
이 몸 등장!
이 파도는 너희에겐 좀 거칠 거야. 즐거운 시간이네. 그쪽 당신인데? 정말
찾으라 말이야!
불쌍.
네가
그리고
눈앞에 있어요!
정지. 햇볕이 그려져. 내 상어는 피보다 화약 냄새를 좋아하거든. 자, 올라와. 정말.
도망가려고? 하하! 일망타진이다!
Yep. Don't you think you should practice more then? Man, she is coping hard. That cognitive dissonance is crazy. Your petty skills. It wasn't that difficult in the first place. Professional. She was cooking. She was cooking with those comebacks. Man, she is really hard-headed. Uh-oh. Is she running into who I think it is? Yep. Category 4 is here. She's different from the other category 3s. Yep. She became a category 4. Yeah, like this episode was definitely, like a really good episode, because it's really showing like how experienced Mina is, and it's also like you're having other people seeing it from other people's perspectives, like the students' perspectives now, on seeing how powerful Mina is, or how, you know, capable she's becoming. Definitely a good episode. And I love this theme song here. Mika, you being real hard-headed. You gotta go. Found you, Mina. Oh, wait a minute. She mentions it here? Wow, okay. Okay. Man, she is spazzing out.
아름다운 승리네. 당신도 만족했어?
Man, there's a lot of interesting things that's happening here. Let's see, what should we do? You know what? Let's use Mina.
강하다고 살아남는 게 아니야.
Hey, Fenrir spots here. Ah, okay. Oh man, that's hilarious. You know what I think? I think that when Jushiyun mentioned it, I think that somehow Lee Soo-yeon was overhearing it. Maybe like there was like some intercom or something like that on the roof. Or maybe even a camera or something. Oh, they're sending everybody. Okay.
조무래기들에게 겁먹을 소냐?
Oh, well, I guess it's pretty
내
awkward
앞을
to send Mina
가로막는다면
here.
전력으로 맞설 뿐이야.
Oh well.
감히 우리 앞에서 등을 돌렸겠다. 도망가려고?
Boy, that was super fast.
일망타진이다.
More accurate. The Mina squad. Oh man, he's gonna make so much fun of Mina for this. Oh, Seoyun, she heard about it too. Oh man, they're not gonna let her live this down. Oh man. Oh, that's gonna be great. She's already cracking up. Look, see, she's the reasonable one right here. Yep, there's a real good reason for that. He never chose the name. Yep, you can say that again.
더는 내게 주어진 숙명을 외면하지 않겠어.
Just because they experience the same thing, it doesn't mean they're the same class. Okay. This has gotta be... Okay. This is air? Alright, they look like they're all brown. So if that is the case...
새로운 도전자 입장.
Oh, you know what I should do? I should create a swift gear for like that's strictly skill haste. Do I have one? I do have one.
시원해.
Well, it's not perfect though.
시원해.
Okay, you know what? I could do this another time then. Sorry, Horizon. I mean, not Horizon.
시원해.
Sigma. I'm sorry. I don't have the type of gear that I wanted to give you. All right. Uh-oh. Meat bones, soda cans, and plastic wrappers. Failure is the mother of progress, after all. Look at Ray spitting the wisdom. Oh, here we go. She's back. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't think you can necessarily quit being a counter, because once you become one, you're kind of destined to. I mean, at least from what Hilde said, from like what main episode 1, on what happens when you become a counter. So I don't think you could quit being one. You still need to consume Eternium now and then. You know, now that I think about it, I wonder how long a counter can go without having any Eternium, and would the watch drain it on its own, even if you don't use any CRF? God, look at her face. It's like, man, you serious? Uh-oh. Oh my god. Is this actually working? Wait on a second thought, I think you might be garbage after all. It could be upcyclable. I don't think I've ever seen a word like that before. Upcyclable. Holy crap. That feels like a tongue twister. Can you say that like 3 or 4 times very fast? Oh man, she's actually repeating it. I'm garbage. I'm still garbage, but the sort that can be upcyclable. The best garbage in the academy. Oh no. That is crazy. Because it never worked? That's a real good question, Mika.
조무대기들에게 겁먹을 쓰냐?
Oh.
알았다. 레이저가 주먹보다 세. 야, 펀치. 영웅은 무조건 이긴다니깐요.
My pro future self. Wow. That's a clever way of saying it. It may have, Mika. It just may have. Uh-oh. Yep, on par with the category 4. Oh. Ray disappeared.
봤어? 나 완전 멋졌지?
Salvation or Unbound.
오데트에게는 틈놀이가 필요한 법이죠. 강하다고 살아남는 게 아니야.
We'll use Mina again. Interesting. She will be defeated without your help, Ray. If it comes to that, we shall lose all hope again and wander aimlessly through the void. Man, Ray is really distressed in this. Don't flee from your duties. And complete her as the sacrifice.
조무래기들에게 겁먹을
A
쓰냐?
lot of
소중한 사람을 지키기 위해서
a lot of interesting words being thrown out there.
북한에 잠겨라.
감히 우리 앞에서 등을 돌렸겠다. 우리가 눈앞에 있어요.
집중하라.
이거 이렇게 누리면 되는 거 맞지?
이제 가혹한 겨울을 끝낼 시간이야.
Ooh, what a finish.
일망타진이다.
Man, how long have you been fighting, Lena? The bigger question is that how many times has she killed Nevire? Vengeance. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Destiny Fetter has sustained severe damage.
더는 내게 주어진 숙명을
Did he just
외면하지
unlock
않겠어.
information on the sword? A familiar voice. Oh, this is okay. Okay. Spoiler alert. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so for those of you who didn't mute the video, this is interesting because what I'm suspecting is that if Rey is capable of like synchronizing with the sword or triggering a response from the blade, from the Wolf's Bane, that causes Mina to go into the Clypha dimension like this, just like how Na Yubin was able to send her into the Clypha dimension like this before, then that would mean possibly that every other demon lord that's, you know, every other demon lord that we know of and potentially that Mina will face has the same capabilities of causing a synchronization response from the Wolf's Bane and also sending Mina into the Clypha dimension, which means I think that with each demon lord that she encounters, Mina may actually unlock another new technique from the blade. So she may unlock another style that was buried deep within the blade. But she has to encounter every demon lord. She has to encounter a demon lord to even trigger that power. As we know that within the Clipoth game itself, she ends up, you know, unlocking a lot more of the abilities. Even from those who have the Clypha, who has the Clypha factor within them, she's able to even copy off of their moves and whatnot. So that's the theory that I have so far. That every time she encounters a different demon lord, she is going to unlock a different set of abilities, or she's going to reacquire the memories of that style. I mean, it's only going to make her even more powerful than what she already is. But that would be very interesting if that's the route that they're taking this. And if that's going to be one of Mina's abilities. Very interesting. Oh. Well, destiny is like the junk food you'd rather have. You would rather have a destiny than to deal with fate. I think. I don't know. I think that like there should be like a reverse of the two. But then again, they might be one half of the same coin. I love the animations here. They definitely need to add more of these animations into this because these are like top notch right there, man. I would love to see more animations like this in later future episodes. Clockwork. We are going to use Mina again. I'm gonna change her outfit this time. Just for a little bit. As if it wasn't enough, you let some recycled junk wear you down. Now you let them control your mind. Recycled junk. Okay. Hold on. Spoiler alert. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so for those of you who didn't mute the video, like with the way that this mysterious figure within Mina's mind is like talking, the way that their personality is, especially with saying, like, especially in this type of scenario right here, that it seems like their personality has shifted a little bit. It seems like it's more aggressive, more, I guess you could say, more arrogant in looking down on you know, I guess on possible opponents, or just, I don't know, just like what's the word I'm looking for it? Like she's like this figure is like looking down on these individuals that she's come across so far. And what I'm thinking, I have a theory, and I really do think that the person that she's talking to, this mysterious small figure that she's talking to, is it could possibly be Tamel. So she could be talking to her this entire time, and it seems that, like, and let's say if that is true, then Tamel in a way is training Mina. Basically all the techniques and tactics that she knows. I guess you could kind of have it in a way where every time Mina comes across a difficult situation or something that could be life-threatening, this figure always shows up, right? Now, who else has this type of situation happens to them when they come across a life-threatening situation? The administrator. When his life was in jeopardy and he was about to lose his life, Tamel ended up getting involved and preventing him from dying, and then trying to create a type of illusion of someone else that he recognizes. So this individual could possibly be Tamel. I can't tell you if you're stupid or clueless. I suppose those run in the family. Huh. You know another thing too? Hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so for those of you who didn't mute the video, another thing too, what could possibly be the case is this could be, in a way, I guess, Yumina's mother? Possibly? because they've never talked about Mina's parents. How was Mina created and whatnot? You know, they're not saying too much about where her origin story is. But who knows? Maybe there is a possibility that Mina's mom could be a much more powerful source and whatnot, considering if that specific individual even exists to begin with. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this plays out in the future. With your pathetic skills, you'd be lucky if you live to see another day. Oh, wait a minute. To steal one's body. Can you say that, like, isn't that like something a little bit similar to like the whole Orca situation back in episode 5, where Orca had to make a deal with this mysterious dark force that lives within her psyche? There's a lot of possibilities. Swordcraft. You could even slay a god with your sword. That's nice artwork right there. Tactical update. Valkyrie melee response. Focus blade. So could that be what's capable of slaying a god? A technique that's owned by the Valkyries?
나도 해낼 수 있어.
이렇게 버튼을 돌렸겠다.
자, 가볼까?
She found out the technique of the shadow technique. She harnesses the shadow powers. Oh man, that's crazy. It really looks like
앞에 있어요.
she just came right back to life.
나를
It looks like she's moving so fast that you can see two of her.
영웅은 무조건 이긴다니까요.
Oh man, that's great. She even says it, you recycled piece of junk. Ooh, Hilde style. Ah. Telling you, this is the theory is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Definitely would like you guys to for any of the newcomers to keep this specific scene in mind. And a few of the words. Yeah, a few of the words here as well. It's very interesting stuff. Now that I'm reading this part, I think I know who this is, but I wonder. Trying to think back to a time on the individuals that Hilde has encountered before. I'm sure in the next episode they'll probably They'll probably reveal it. But if not, then I have another thought in mind. Okay. Ooh, so looks like Hilde knows something about her destiny and notices the shift just by defeating that Lich CO. It's a lot. There's a lot of interesting information in this main episode. Ooh. An insult from that worm of a necromancer. Oh, okay. Actually, she just confirmed it for me. Interesting. I remember these set of lines, just in case. Ah, very interesting. That tentacled wench, the ragdoll, or the idiot with the Messiah complex. This is another set of sentences here, another set of words here to remember, to try to remember. Idiot with the Messiah complex. Who is that? Oh, okay. I know who she's talking about. Just in case though, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so for those of you who didn't mute the video, so this is interesting. I forgot she even mentioned these the other demon lords. So the tentacle wench, we know that would be the knowledge of the lake. I don't know. I can't even pronounce her true name. Starts with a G. It's like gibberish. So we'll say the Knight of the Lake. The ragdoll, she's talking about Serapel. And the idiot with the Messiah complex. I'm assuming she's talking about Nahamoth. That's what I'm assuming. It says Nahamoth would be considered to be the savior or the false savior. And I guess you could say that that's like a Messiah complex type of thing. Because it can't be the other one that we know of. She's probably not even gonna care to even mention that. You know, after that battle she ended up having with them, where she just annihilated them. Yeah, it's some interesting stuff right there. Man, they're really spitting a lot of interesting information. I would have figured that they would have said more things on like episode 7, but they were really cooking on episode 6. The greatest demon lord of your creation. The tyrant of the north. Interesting. You alone can stop my steps. She's actually agreeing with her.
혼자가 아니라고.
And here we go, the epilogue. Fulfill your duties, follow your destiny. Man, I am yawning a lot. Spit grounded. Of course she did. Despite her choice of clothing, hey, I'm not complaining. Just like she did with the old squad. Ooh. What'd you see? Oh, she must be talking about the part before the sword started reacting. Interesting. Uh-oh. Oh, that doesn't look normal. Ooh. That was fast. And that is the end of episode 6, Signs. See, so this was pretty much what I was talking about before, about like wanting to know more on the situation. When this episode first released, it was just like, it was interesting information, a lot of interesting things, a lot of interesting foreshadowing, but it wasn't enough. Because it led you wanting to know more. It just wasn't. It just didn't answer a lot of questions. Instead, it just gave you new ones. It just increased the questions, but it definitely catches your attention and whatnot. But well, who knows? It's some crazy stuff that's happening in episode 6. Looks like Ray is not what he's saying he is. And this oath that he has to fulfill. Well, we'll find that out in the next episode. But yeah, this one was interesting. It was definitely a funny one. It was a funny episode. But there's a lot of interesting things within this episode. Some foreshadowing, some theories, some really interesting theories, and a lot more questions that hopefully definitely within time, it'll be answered. But who knows? Who knows how long that'll take? But nonetheless, this was a good episode. Definitely a good one. But yeah. So I'm going to be starting up. Can't wait to start up the main episode 7. But I think we may be getting the Omen 6 this week. And if not, maybe the next following week. But we'll see. Can't wait to start that up there. But yeah, it's not going to be no PvP for tonight. Pretty tired. But yeah, I'm out of here, guys. Catch you later.